Hey guys, it's Heather here, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, how's that for a bit of professionalism? I bet you don't get that in your other YouTube videos. So now's a good time to click that subscribe button there on the sidebar, just so you're getting some of that professionalism mixed in with your other content. Alright, I wanted to bring you an attack strategy that you've probably seen some variation on before, but even so, I think these attacks were just too insane not to do a video on. This attack strategy comes from Whitemage, a Town Hall 9 who always manages to pull off some pretty killer 3 stars against max Town Hall 9s. This is what he considers to be his most consistent strategy for 3-starring max Town Hall 9s as a Town Hall 9. Now these two attacks come from the same war, but just to tell you how great they were, we had 2 members from the opposing clan come in after the war was over just to talk to Whitemage and pick his brain about what his strategy is for deployment. This is a GOVAPE attack, bringing golems, Valkyrie, and pekka, but on one of these attacks, Whitemage added 2 witches, which turns out were the secret sauce to this recipe. So to execute this strategy, Whitemage angles his army so that only one xbow is firing at him, and he also looks for the thinnest point to the center. These bases with spread out layouts are excellent candidates for these kinds of attacks. He doesn't have to worry about the clan castle because the Valkyries just love to chew on some clan castle troops, and they will just pull him right in. So he doesn't worry about those, just takes 2 rage and 2 hill instead. And to start off, he spaces his 2 golems so they take as much attention as they can, sprinkle some wizards behind to create that funnel. Remember, with this and probably just about any other strategy I show you, especially a ground strategy, you need to clear the surrounding buildings on the outside so your troops aren't dancing around the perimeter of the base. You have to create that funnel so your troops will go into the center of the base. So once he's done that and dropped his wizards, he then has wall breakers to break through the first wall. And he times his wall breakers so that he can place a rage right before that first wall breaker breaks. And then the other wall breakers will push through and break through the second layer of walls. That rage on the wall breakers is really essential to be able to bust open as many compartments as you can to get all your follow-up troops behind and into the center. This also allows a lot of paths for the Valkyries to split up. So with the 2 rages and the 2 hills, he uses the second rage on the core in conjunction with a hill, and then that final hill he places it just where needed. And as long as the walls are Lego or lower, it's okay to avoid bringing the jump spell and just take wall breakers, but with walls that are any higher than Lego, he takes a jump with them. Here we go with the first attack. We have 2 golems, 11 wizards, 12 Valkyrie, 8 wall breakers, 4 cleanup archers, and a max pekka wizard and barbarian in the clan castle with 2 rage and 2 hill. So he heads in, spaces his golems out of that east corner, and they head into the open compartments. Just makes it a little bit easier on the wall breakers. Gets the wizards down to create that funnel. And then here come the wall breakers, and drops the rage on the wall breakers as he knows exactly where they're going. And this is a bit of a change too. We got a dragon that comes out of the clan castle, but luckily the dragon will target the golem, and those wizards will take it down really super fast, especially since they're there in that rage. Our Valkyrie going in, our heroes going in, and the clan castle pekka. The barbarian king's gonna chase down the archer queen. And Whitemage just decides to use his rage over there where the Valkyrie are and help them get through that wall just a little bit faster. Gets a hill on the Valkyrie, and they just go right to town on the other Barbarian King, the Town Hall, and everything else in the center. We got a bunch of the troops into the center. But even still, just the golem ended up on the outside, and we just have 1 golemite left. So both heroes are at full health, completely full health, without their abilities being used yet. Still have a couple of wizards alive. lose just about everything on that giant bomb, but even still, this base has just been completely ripped apart. And there we go, easy 3 stars in under 2 minutes. Now here's the change up to face a tougher base this time around. Using max Town Hall 9 troops, we have 2 golems, 12 Valkyrie, 2 witches, 6 wizards, 8 wall breakers, and a max pekka wizard and archer in the clan castle with 2 rage and 2 heal. This is a pretty open base with open compartments, but you'll also notice about this base that there is a center ring of non-defensive buildings. So that's going to prove a little bit tough to get the golems to go actually into the center. A couple of Valkyrie go in, and the set of wall breakers have gone in now, and they're raged. And they bust up that first layer of walls, but they just don't manage to make it any further than that. And so we have all the rest of the troops going in, the Valkyrie, the Pekka, the heroes, and followed by those 2 witches. And we have a little pause here as we need the troops to break through that final layer of Lego walls to get into the center. And you'll see neither of the golems actually made it to the center. But luckily for the one down in the south, we have some witches that have followed and some wizards to give that golem some backup. And the one that's headed up towards the north is just all on his own, taking that cannon on. And it's pretty nice he's able to take out that cannon by himself. But the witch down in the south is doing an amazing job. Has a bunch of skeletons out in front of her and keeping everybody else protected. And those skeletons are able to do quite a bit of damage and take down a lot of these defensive structures. And we lost the king early on, but the queen is still pretty much at full health, has her ability intact. And the Pekka's at half health, still doing well, and all we really have left at this point to worry about is an archer tower and a Tesla. And it looks like we're going to get the queen to backdoor that Tesla. And the Pekka does the final cleanup on these last 2 buildings. And that was an awesome 3-star against a pretty much maxed out, other than walls, Town Hall 9. Hey guys, that wraps it up for this video. I hope it gives you a little more insight into how to go vape. I think it's a pretty awesome attack strategy for Town Hall 9s. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or suggestions or tips on how you execute a go vape. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the link in the sidebar. Tell your clan to check out my videos if they've helped you, and I'll catch you next time.